What is up, everyone? We've got some people coming in on the stream later. Um, just waiting for everybody to get here. Can everybody hear me and see me real well? Just give me a thumbs up. What's up? Passing with Big Malone. Scott's in the house. Frank's here. Just waiting on everybody else to get in. Everybody been having a good week so far? Out there catching all the big fish. Scott says he caught one today, Frank. 48 degrees in the lake today. I also caught one. It was 18 and a half inches. Scott says his was 15 inches. Frank says he caught a 10-pound bluegill. Big Malone said he's off Sunday and hopefully get out on them again. Jermaine and Autumn's supposed to be here tonight. Brandon's supposed to be here. So we're just waiting on everybody to get in here. Yeah, pound and a quarter. Shell cracker's not a bad shell cracker. Yeah, I've got him backstage. Him and several others. So how's the weather up north, Frank, right now? I know y'all had another cold front coming up there. Been cool and rainy. Turns warm and sunny tomorrow. That's good news. Y'all can get all that ice melted up there. A new streamer in, Mr. Chad Montgomery. He's one of our sponsors for the club this year. He owns 4 and 20 bakers out of Sylvania, Georgia. So y'all go give him a like over on Instagram and follow his page. And so still waiting for some people to get in here, and we'll get this thing started. Bring on some special guests for the show, and actually got a video to show y'all. It's about a minute long video. We'll throw up on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and bring 2 people on the show right now. Fishing with Logie and Mr. Matt German. We're going to bring them on, and I think Matt, can you hear me, Logie?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I guess Matt's stream went out. He's traveling to, I think he said Alabama or somewhere like that. So where's your other partner at?
I have no clue what he's doing.
Okay.
I think he's watching live, actually.
Okay. He couldn't get logged in on the stream, the link I sent him. See if we can get Matt on here. He might be going through a bad area. I know you're driving. Y'all been doing any high school fishing lately, Logan?
A little bit here and there. We just recently qualified for state. So
Where's state being held at this year?
Lake Eufaula in
Lake Alabama.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun.
Good deal. Let's see if we can get Matt on the stream here. You got us, Matt.
One bar, sir.
He keeps going in and out. He's probably traveling through some backcountry roads going to Alabama. So, what we're going to discuss tonight is the top 3 winners. The second place winner couldn't be here. He had a death in the family, so he texted me earlier and said he couldn't be here. And the big bass winner. So, let me see if I can get my screen shared here, and we'll go ahead and pull up the leaderboard here. So this is the leaderboard. We shut it off. Can you hear us, Matt?
Hey, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, sir. I know you're driving, and that Alabama connection ain't really
I
well.
might be in and out.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So we've thrown the leaderboard up on the screen, and as everybody can tell, let me see if I can get this thing to scroll a little bit for me here. So Hunter Schumann, which he was supposed to join us on the stream. I guess he's having some technical difficulties. He had 106.75 inches. Troy Wines for Virginia had 101.75 inches. Logan Sear, which is on the stream, Fishing with Logie, that's his YouTube name and all his Instagram. And you don't have a Facebook, do you, Logan?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, so you just do a little bit of Instagram stuff and YouTube as well. So that's the top 3. Logan ended up with 95.25 inches. So we'll scroll through these. Chris Bloom was 4th. Brendan Brown was 5th. Mike Brown 6th. Matt German came in 7th, but he also had big fish at a whopping 24, and that says 24 there. That's the big fish. And going down the line, Jeffrey Sherman 8th, Adam Odine 9th, Jacob Stevens 10th, Matt Colbert 11th. Let me butcher this last name here. John Hutek 12th, Jermaine Simpson 13th, Big Malone 14th, Keith Daugherty 15th, Carol was 16th, John was 17th, and Mike didn't enter any fish. So Logan, tell us about how'd your fishing experience going on with this YouTube bass angler event?
My experience was pretty good. Caught a bunch of fish. Just a lot couldn't be used because we had to call out so many fish.
Right. So what'd you catch most of your fish on?
Actually, here, I'll show you. Hold on. Give me just 2 seconds.
Okay. We're going to stop sharing this screen here.
Never mind. It's not rigged up. I popped
Okay.
off, I think. He good.
Gotcha. So what'd you catch them mostly on?
I caught most of my fish on a wacky rig. So I know I'm not a finesse fisherman, but it was also fun to catch them on a wacky rig and catch the good, nice size 4-pounders on a spinner rod.
Gotcha. Okay, good deal. So the old finesse technique comes in handy sometimes.
Yes, sir, it does. So does the chatterbait.
Yeah, I caught the one I caught today was caught on a slobber knocker. So Matt, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience, man.
Well, I caught most everything on a bladed jig, besides the big fish. And the big fish was in a little pond back off in the woods, and it's so covered in trees. The only way to fish it is to wade out in the pond and fish it. I tell you, that is some of the funnest fishing. Whether you catch bigs or little fish, having fish that size swim around you all I could think of was just get to the bank.
So what we're going to do, we're going to show you the video. I've got the video queued up here in the live. So this is the big fish that Matt caught for the tournament. So Matt, can you walk us kind of through this, what you're throwing? And
oh God, that's a big one. I got a big one.
go ahead.
So this pond is loaded with big fish, you know, whatever. So that's the reason I was kind of fishing there, because I was trying to win. I didn't hardly catch anything. That was like my fourth fish of the day and everything. I caught 2 crappie and 1 little old bass, and I was getting ready to leave, and so I tied on a Texas rig Zoom speed crawl. And it was like, I probably was like 5 minutes from leaving when I hung that fish. And I guess it just, I don't know. Of course, it was a PB, and just the way to catch it like that, I mean, I'll never forget this moment. I bet you I've watched this video 100 times. Watch the video. I call it fish a 10-pounder while I'm reeling it in. I pick it up, and then it becomes an 11-pounder. And I finally, when the nerves finally calmed down, I figured he was going to go 8, but she wasn't as heavy as she's either not quite spawned out or right past spawn, because she wasn't as fat as she should have been. But let me tell you, if you can get the chance to go wade for fish, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was caught just the cheapest setup I have. She ruined the reel I was fishing with, which it was just like a $40 Blues Classic from Walmart. But after I caught her, the whole reel's going click, 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 click. So I was hoping with the big fish so I could replace that reel.
Right. Well, that was a heck of a catch, I got to say. And when you sent me the video, I've watched it about 4 or 5 times as well, because I just like when she comes out the water right there at the edge and tail dances a little bit.
She was the hardest fighting fish I've ever caught. Like, man, some fish just don't fight, but she gave it everything she had.
Good deal. Frank asked, what is that color? Your local waters all the time, or just the water at the time?
That water is normally a little clear, but not much. It was a little stained. But we had just got quite a bit of rain. Normally, you can walk most of this pond. You can wade most of it. And I was having to kind of stick closer to the bank because the water was a lot higher than it normally.
Right. Yeah, I know you. I saw in the video or a picture you posted later on some of your social media that you had some chest waders on, or.
Yeah, I was probably belly deep in the water when I hung that fish. But I was fishing some of it. I mean, upwards where it was probably closer to like going inside my waders, trying to risk it for some fish. And water temperature was probably maybe high 50s at the most. It was cold. And
right.
The waders I was wearing wouldn't insulate it, so you talk about probably some numb feet by the end of the day, which by the end of the day I caught that. I mean, it didn't matter at that point.
Okay. So Logan, when you caught all your fish, were they in a public place or a private area or what?
Most of my fish are private.
Okay. How about you, Matt? Most of your fish off a private area or a public area?
Two of my fish were private. The other 3 were public. My big fish was private. My second big fish was public. My third was private, and then the other 2 smaller ones were public.
Okay.
So I had to I tried to stay more the public side, but toward the end there, I was just trying last ditch effort to see what I could find.
So with that being said, after the show tonight, I'll send everybody's money over to their PayPal account. So be looking for that email in your PayPal account and things like that. So does anybody want to add anything, or do y'all want to talk about anything for a few minutes? We'll roughly go for about an hour.
Roughly, we can throw another YouTubers tournament.
Do what now?
When are we gonna throw another YouTubers tournament?
So let's see, probably June.
Okay.
I will schedule another tournament for June, the month of June. So a lot of them northern guys are still, the weather's still fidgety with them up there and all that. So they're trying to get all that.
Oh, and I said I was going to be in this May tournament.
Yes.
I didn't read the rules right. I will not probably be able to get out in a kayak much in the month of May.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to get it in like I thought.
Okay.
I got 2 big tournaments, boat tournaments, headed to Lake Gunnersville now to fish the tournament, which is why I was like, okay, I'm going to Gunnersville. That's a big fish place. And that's one of the big reasons I was going to get in it, but I will not be in a kayak much. And then I got another big in 2 weeks, but I'll be out of the boat. So,
okay.
Logan,
do y'all still fishing out of your kayaks, or
no, sir? We got rid of them. We get the boat.
Got the boat going. Yeah, I've
Yes,
seen
sir.
you put some power poles on there and put some different graphs.
Yes,
what graphs are you running on that outfit?
We have 2 Helix, 10-inch, they're 4th gen, I'm pretty sure, and we have Mega Live too. So all Humminbird.
All Humminbird setup.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. So, Logan, let's talk about your high school deal here. High school bass tournaments are huge now, right?
Yes, sir.
I know that last year y'all qualified for state. Y'all won Oconee, right? You and your partner won Oconee.
Yes, sir.
So how many boats are usually in a high school tournament like that?
That tournament, there's about 268 boats in that tournament. So it's anywhere from 200 to 275. I think it's cut off.
Right. Okay. That's a lot of boats to be on the water at one time.
Yes, sir.
Chad, yeah, this is a new format. For the YouTube fishing bass tournament stuff that we put on for all the YouTubers, you can fish private or public. It just, because I know some people don't have access to get to public waters or private water, so we do it both ways in this style tournament. So Frank, you gotta tell me more about this bass season. I've never understood why northern states always had a bass season. So going back to Logan, so what's your way of fishing? What's your what do you like about, what is your best outfit to fish? You know, as far as baits, your rod and reel setup, things like that.
I love throwing my Shimanos. I have like 4 Shimanos on the deck at all time. I'm a big moving bait person. I can't really finesse fish. Just like, to me, it's not like the funnest thing to do. I like finesse fishing and be able to just keep moving and just cover a bunch of ground. Just my way of fishing.
Okay. So Matt, what's your best way of fishing, and what do you like doing?
Probably one of my favorite bites is probably going to be a jig bite. I don't know, it's just something about jigs. But it takes a lot for me to slow down. If I have my choice, I'm probably throwing a bladed jig somewhere. Some shallow flat, I'm throwing something like that. You can't beat a bladed jig bite, in my opinion. So if I've got my choice, I'm running either bladed jigs, but I mean, I will downsize and slow down. That's like on this Gunnersville tournament. I'm probably just going to pick up a spinning rod and throw a wacky rig all weekend.
Right. So,
I ain't got nothing holding this thing down.
Gotcha, Matt. So Matt, you're from the Tennessee area, right?
Yeah, down in bottom west Tennessee.
So what is the biggest reservoir that you have near you?
Do we have reservoirs in Tennessee? We fish Pickwick.
Pickwick. Okay. How many acre lake is that in Pickwick?
Ooh, don't give me the line right off the top. I think it's. I've got a buddy with me. He can probably look it up right quick. But I mean, it's part of the Tennessee River, so I don't know if they classify Pickwick by itself or if they added into the whole Tennessee River thing. You know.
Right. Gotcha. So Logan, what's your favorite fishery here in Georgia? I know you fished a couple of them.
I would say if we were going for the aspect of the whole lake, I would say Lake Hartwell. One of the best lakes I've ever fished. Even though I didn't catch any like the monsters that they have in there, it's just an overall great lake.
Right. You like catching? Go ahead, Matt.
Pickwick's 47,000 acres.
47,000 acres.
They're fixing to kill Pickwick. There's so many tournaments running on it right now. They're fixing to. I don't know how much longer that lake's going to be good, but if you want good smallmouth digs, that's the place to be.
Right. Going back to Lake Hartwell, Logan, I fished it in January, this past January, and my first ever time catching any spotted bass.
Yes, sir.
So how did you like? Did y'all catch spotted bass shallow or deep?
Usually they're kind of shallow on the rocks kind of area. Clark Hill is big on spotted bass too. So really anytime you fish rocks or anything, you're going to find spotted bass. The only problem is when you're fishing a weight tournament, spotted bass don't really help you because they don't get as big as largemouth do. So we end up getting our 5 fish with spotted bass, and then we'll move on to the deeper areas or try to get real shallow and try to find the largemouth.
Right. Okay. So, hey guys, so like I said, we'll put on another tournament in June, and then maybe August. So June, we'll skip July, and then we'll do August, and then we'll do a championship round.
I like
it. So if you come in the top 10 out of either all the tournaments or one of each tournament, then you're going to be in the championship round. So with what I've got with the championship round, say if you've already qualified, the next angler at 11 will move into that spot. So if you come in the top 10 in this one, you really don't need to come in. I know people want to win money and big fish and all that, but so we'll move everybody up below the 10th range to get everybody in the tournament as much as we can to get the field filled up. And then next year, my plans are to maybe hold 4 with a championship round or 3 with a team round. So I've been talking to some other YouTubers, and and Dwayne Whaley over at Tourney X is getting the team situation done on the Tourney X app. So if I can get at least 4 YouTubers that will be like co-captains, then everybody will sign up underneath their team, and then we could have a team tournament type deal, things like that. So there's some other things in the works. I'm just throwing around, and my idea board's over here against the wall. So thank y'all for joining me on the live tonight, and safe travels, Matt. And y'all traveling to go fishing, or y'all traveling to go to work?
we're headed to go fish Lake Gunnison in a tournament series that we fished. So stopped Bay Springs, Mississippi. We finished, I think, like 9th out of 20 boats, and then this is our second stop for points wise. So we're trying to see what we can do this. Get 1 day of practice, and then fish on Saturday.
Well, good luck in your tournament. So when's your next tournament, Logan?
It is going to be June 8th through the 10th. It's a 2-day tournament.
And what
So
lake is that held on?
It's actually the State Classic at Lake Eufaula.
At Lake Eufaula. Okay. That'd be with the Georgia Bass Nation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good luck in y'all's tournaments, and thank y'all for joining on the live tonight. And safe travels, Matt, and y'all go catch some bigs.
One more. With the video outdoor show.
You're breaking in and out of me, Matt. I can't.
That's fine.
Do what now?
I'll message you later.
Okay.
I'll message you later.
I think I know what you're talking about. Let me just give me a thumbs up if I'm talking right. You're talking about the TV show that we're being on. So so we started a TV series with the American Anglers Outdoors. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Google Play. So we'll have about a 15-minute segment on that on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. It's going to air every Thursday night at 9 p.m. So if anybody wants to shoot me video, you can email it to me, and I'll be able to put a bunch of clips together and have a TV show of the YouTube Anglers Bass Tournament, stuff like that. So so if anybody's got any video that wants to send to me, just shoot them in an email to me, and I'll download them, and I'll do all the post editing on the videos. So so May 16th is what his schedule is, what he's told me on his schedule. In the first, I've already sent him like 4 or 5 videos, so they'll be added on later on in the month and stuff like that. So so y'all be safe, and thank you for joining on the live, and be looking at your PayPal. Be looking at your PayPal stuff, and so
Cool. Thank you.
thank y'all.
Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna call that for a wrap tonight. So just look out for more live streams, and make sure you hit the thumbs up, like the channel if you ain't already liked it, and hope everybody has a great weekend. If y'all don't know, this Saturday is the Kentucky Derby. If you've never watched horse racing, you need to watch it. It's pretty. Me and my wife watch it every year now. I've got her hooked on it, so that's what we'll be doing Saturday, watching the Kentucky Derby. So thank y'all, and thank you for watching, and fish on.